Hey fellow nerds, welcome back. This is the Fellowship of the Nerds and I am your host Luke Skywalker, and today we have a really amazing lightsaber review. This is one that I've been looking forward to it for a very long time.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
I'm probably going to be saying that a lot in the future because there are so many that I actually been looking forward to. But this one in particular, I've been looking forward to it very much because this is 89 Sabers Emperor Palpatine's lightsaber. Not only is it cool, but this also includes the signed Plaque signed by Ian McDiarmid that we got in an event this summer that happened in London. Let's check this out because you're going to be blown away by the insane detail of this lightsaber. This lightsaber comes in an 89 Saber box, which is amazing as always. And here we have, like I said, the plaque signed by Ian McDiarmid. This was signed at an event in London this summer. Was really something. And the lightsaber itself comes with its instructions on an 89 Sabers envelope like they normally do. The lightsaber hilt, which is amazing. It does come, this one is very funny because this is kind of like the Force Effects one that comes with a separate emitter. And this is because this is a very unique lightsaber, as you'll see in the review. You have your Allen keys and retention screws, your charger, a little bag for the lightsaber, for the with the Empire motif, of course. And you also get, as you can imagine, the battery, which is already inside. And there's no blade plug for this because of the emitter. Okay, before we get into the full review, let me show you again this plaque that was signed by McDiarmid at a private event in London this summer. This was very cool, I'm not gonna lie. The only but that I have is that I wish I had gotten a plaque that was episode 3, because really that's the only time that we've seen this lightsaber. If you've only watched the original trilogy, you never knew that Palpatine even had one. Remember that when he faces Luke, he tells him very famously, "I am unarmed." So, which we really don't know if it was or if it wasn't at that point. We do know from both Legends and canon that Palpatine did not like lightsabers. He sort of despised the fact of having to use lightsabers and do lightsaber swords. He was a 100% accomplished swordsman, probably, I mean, only rivaled by like 2 or 3 Jedi at the time, but he really didn't like it, as far as we know from both Legends and canon. So it could be that by the point of Return of the Jedi, he had gotten rid of a lightsaber. We don't know. He doesn't have it on Rise of Skywalker. So there is that possibility that he may, for whatever reason that we don't know, that we've never seen, he might have gotten rid of it. He might have lost it. He might have, who knows, maybe after the fight with Yoda, he didn't, I don't know, like, we don't know. But so that's kind of a funny one, that this is for Return of the Jedi, not for episode 3, but signed by the Emperor himself. So I mean, I cannot fault that. Okay, I don't want to blow you away, but this is a beauty of a lightsaber, and always possible. It's amazing, elegant, sleek, cool. I mean, I really wouldn't know what to say that is not that this is amazing. It's very short, as you can see, so it's kind of like Yoda's lightsaber, very small. It does have another emitter, so like this emitter is obviously for you to be able to put your blade in, but if you unscrew this, just simply unscrew this. Voila, you have it for display purposes, screen accurate as it is. I do have to say that having to change an emitter gave me a lot of, like, you know, Hasbro Black Series vibes, and don't necessarily like that. But in this particular case, I understand why. I mean, there's no actual lightsaber that's gonna come off of it, so like you do have to insert your blade somehow, and you know, it's like this. Fortunately, it doesn't like change the shape of the lightsaber like the Hasbro does, so that is always a good thing. But let's take this outside, show you what it looks like in the dark real quick. We'll bring it inside and I'll show you the amazingness, because you're not going to believe what this looked like once it's turned on. Okay, what can we say? It is the Emperor's lightsaber. It's very, very unique and very easily identifiable. This lightsaber has a few interesting things. On the one hand, once you turn it on, lights come on exactly like they do on screen. So I think that's already a winner, because that's like, 100% as is. Not all versions of the saber has the details of the lights, so I think it's cool. Also think it's cool that, after you shut it down, after a couple seconds, the lights turn off, so you're not draining battery. That is always good. In terms of fonts, this comes with all the usual suspects from 89 Sabers, which is good because they're all really good fonts.
Lord Vader.
I'll never cease to amuse myself with that one in particular, with the screens. More Vader.
Master Qui-Gon.
At last I claim this sword and my rightful place as leader of Death Watch.
I think this one's cool.
Care to introduce your new friends, Caleb? Rey Skywalker.
Always good to have granddaughters in grandpa's lightsaber, I guess. Yeah, this one, I think it's kind of a funny thing to have Master Yoda's son on this lightsaber, which is famously the lightsaber that made Yoda sort of, have to bail entirely from the galaxy.
I am Bastila Shan.
Going somewhere?
The second sister. It's interesting how the second sister, I don't know if you can capture it, right? Second sister and some others are supposed to be red. For some reason, come off with like a purple tint with 89 Sabers. I'm not entirely sure why, because that is not screen accurate. Screen accurate, it's red, but sound-wise, they're amazing.
Hello, Master. It's been a while.
This is the other Ahsoka. They're all amazing. Not quite a fan of these gimmicky ones, but I do recognize that they can be fun. Lighter.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
What is this, guys? Why is this?
Power.
Power indicator. This is Palpatine's theoretical lightsaber. This is the one that, whenever you turn on the switch is when it comes in. But see, again, it's sort of purpley. I don't quite understand why is that the case, but it beats me. I don't necessarily understand why they've done this, but Jedi Fallen Order, if I'm not mistaken. No, Jedi Survivor, sorry.
So, who are you?
Cal. Kestis.
This is Fallen Order.
Master Windu.
See, because it comes out across like this, and this is Mace Windu, so it's purple. So why? I don't really understand why. If someone from 89 Sabers watches this, please, if you could explain to me why is this the case, because it's really, really confusing.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
If you will not turn to the dark side, then perhaps she will.
Yes, I cannot tell you how much I love this font.
I'll never join you! If you only knew the power of the dark side.
I also don't understand why they use an Empire Strikes Back quote on Return of the Jedi lightsaber, but you know, who's splitting hairs here?
Young Rey.
Do you know Ezra Bridger?
Balin's skull.
This one, for example, is also it's reddish instead of oranges. I don't understand really why. Well, it does have the right. You can hear there the right tone for Balin's Skull's lightsaber.
Ben Solo.
Ben's light side.
Meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Episode 1.
General Kenobi.
Episode 3.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All Obi-Wan. This is always cool. This is also Cal Kestis, the magenta one.
I know what I have to do.
Kylo Ren's, which is super sick.
Kylo Ren.
Still the same, but with the other quote, which I think is cool.
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force.
This is the Duke's Meister. You can never go wrong with the Duke's Meister. It's really... I really like this font, and the sound, everything is perfect. The color, if you can quite catch it there, it's really, really something. Overall, it has all the fonts that you would expect from 89 Sabers, and overall it's a really, really cool saber. Cons of the saber: price. It is, being 89 Sabers, it's not a cheap lightsaber. I've seen it out there for insane amount of money, like £600. Whatever that might be in your local currency. I don't think pretty much almost no lightsaber is worth that, to be fair. We got it for our usual around half of that mark, which I think is a great price, because like I would say, you know, for the price of one, you can have like 2 or 3. So that's always a good thing. The other con is that there's a pro and a con. So the emitter for the blade already comes with one of the 2 screws pre-installed. That's a pro. The con for me is that it only has 2. They're incredibly teeny tiny, and you only have like 2 replacements, and that's it. If you lose them, you'll be really, really screwed. So don't lose them if you get this lightsaber. I think that's a bit of a con. Also, the fact that to access the chassis, you have to remove all these 3 plus this one, and then pull hard, and the entire piece is one piece. So like if you pull this, you'll still have this in your hand when the entire chassis comes off. So bit of a weird one. On the other hand, it kind of looks cool, but you know, the fact that you have to go, it's kind of like the Chimera one. The fact that you have to go around so many screws is not something that I think is great. Pros: weight. I mean, ridiculous. You can easily, I can easily be here and I wouldn't reach the camera. So I think that's always a positive. The lights situation here, I think it's cool. And also that the lights turn off after a few seconds to not waste your battery. I think that's amazing, because how many times have we seen things that because they do something, then they just stay there and they're wasting your battery and they're draining it. So I think that's cool. 7/8 of an inch blade, which like I always say, I like these blades because these blades are light. Their color and the brightness is really, really good. The only downside to them is that you really can't go anywhere near as quick as you can with the 1 inch, let alone with the RGB blades. So there is that. But taking that aside, if you only want that for show, if you will, definitely your. Another thing would be, this is very chrome. So if you're, you know, taken aback by fingerprints, to be fair, you're going to be grabbing this like this, right? So your fingerprints are, we almost hit the light there, are going to be mostly on the sides. And that part is not that bad at all for fingerprints. But this part, I mean, I could easily see my palm imprinted in there. So, but I mean, when you have something this cool in your hands, who cares? That's what I'm trying to say. And of course, the fact that, you know, it's 89 Saber, which means that you have their warranty and their customer service, and the quality of their lightsabers. Their sounds are amazing. The funds that come with them are amazing. Their profi boards are really well put. Everything all around of 89 Sabers is good. So, you know, you can't really go wrong with that, even if it costs you a bit more. I know that there are other out there. I think THQ and LGT do this lightsaber, but theirs, for example, you don't get the lights, and they're a bit chunkier from what I've heard. So, you know, you have that, and of course the con that I spoke at the beginning, the fact that you have to remove this to be able to use a blade or not, which kind of gives you a little bit of Hasbro Black Series vibes, which is not necessarily a cool thing. Other than that, really cool saber, and the fact that we got it, I got a plaque signed by Ian McDiarmid is always a plus. That's going to be one for the collection. We actually have quite a few lightsabers coming up where we've gotten autographs for and different types of plaques. So, you know, you might want to check those out because we have some really, really cool ones coming up in the next few reviews that we've gotten around Comic Cons and stuff during the year. And we've been able to put them together now for you guys. So do check those out. In the meantime, I hope that you've enjoyed this lightsaber. I hope that you consider it because it's really a cool lightsaber. I'm not gonna lie, it's really, really, like, in my mind, design-wise, it's one of the prettiest lightsabers that exists. Yes, I get it. It's from pretty much the most evil guy in the galaxy, and its design is meant to be a mockery of the Jedi. Doesn't take away that it looks really, really cool. It's going to look amazing on your shelf or whenever you take it to a Comic-Con. So by all means, I would hope that you consider it. But other than that, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, share, all the wonderful things that everybody says on these videos. And until next time, I have been your host, Luke Skywalker, reminding you that the Force will be with you always. Remember to live long and prosper, and by all means, may the odds be ever in your favor. Until next time, nerds, I'll see you around. Take care.